and welcome all of you in the very important this webinar, which is the first webinar of the webinar series, which we are as an ASCI going to organize in celebration of 75 years of independence of India as an Azaadi ka Amrit Mahotsav. We would be doing weekly webinars on different topics which are related to youth, employment, and other topics related to dairy, watershed management, and as well as it will also include the other topics on the food and health, which would be delivered by the eminent personalities from the various institutions, which are from the public as well as from the private domains. And also we would be inviting some entrepreneurs and the motivators to deliver some lectures for the welfare of all. So I would request all of you when we would be intimating you for all these webinar series, so to kindly keep on joining us for these webinars. Today, with this brief introduction, we shall start today's webinar on the topic crop linkage with digital technology. As we all know that since ages, a farmer, he has a major challenge of the middleman. And today, as there is the corona pandemic, the situation has more worsened because nobody likes to have a physical access. Nobody wants to go outside to sell their produce, to take off the produce from the farmers, to gather from the traders. So this is the situation there. So to know about how to make a digital drive and to make this, to break up this particular divide, we need some kind of the digital platform, and such platform is being developed by FarmX. So here today, the first session would be taken up by FarmX, who is a B2C marketplace who tries to bridge the digital divide among farmer, buyer, and other stakeholders. So we saw it starting with this. So first, let me start with this. First of all, I would like to introduce Mr. Subhas, who is the co-founder of FarmX, and he has been the alumni of the IIM Ahmedabad. He has about 23 years of experience in the food and agribusiness management sector, and he would be putting some insights on this platform with us. Then he would be also, he has another colleague, Mr. Sumit Jain, who would be also joining us, who is a technology head of the FarmX, and he has over 12 years of experience in his tech domain, and he is the all technology solution provider for this FarmX company. So before handing over to Mr. Subhas, I would request all the participants to kindly hold your queries at the end and kindly put on the chat box all your questions so that we may take it at the end of this. And after that, also we would also request all of you to kindly mute yourself so that we all may have a peaceful session. So over to you, Mr. Subhash.
Okay, am I audible? Thanks, Dr. Bandana, for inviting me. Thanks, Agricultural Skill Council of India, for inviting us for this program, and all the participants who have taken your time to attend this program today. With this brief introduction from Dr. Bandana, and I have joined my colleague, Mr. Sumit Jain, who is our CTO, Chief Technology Officer. So what I'm going to do is, for the next 10 to 15 minutes, I will take you through entire journey, how we started this entire concept, digital marketplace, and where are we right now in terms of the infrastructure, what type of benefit we are really giving to the farmers. So maybe 10 to 15 minutes, I'll try to cover that. Then I will hand it over to my colleague Sumit, since he's the technology guy, and he will take you through the app, how exactly it happens. So probably try to cover within the next another 15 to 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes will keep it for any questions and answers. I know it's a very vast subject, but we'll try to be very concise and all. And just feel free to ask any question either through directly at the end of the session or through chat box or whatever. So with this, this journey started way back in 2018. We're a almost 3.5 years old company. I'm the co-founder, and I have got two more founders. And one of the founder is a very renowned personality. I know most of you must be, at least you must have heard his name. His name is Dr. Sam Pituda. He was the telecom inventor during Mr. Rajiv Gandhi's time, and recently he was the advisor to Dr. Manmohan Singh, the Prime Minister of ex-Prime Minister of India. So it was a chance when you go back in 2017-18, and that time we were talking about Make in India, then talking about digitalization and all these things, and almost all the sectors. You look at, Amazon was already in India. Then there are a lot many disruptions that are happening in the industry. People like Zomato and Swiggy, they were disrupting the entire restaurant and hospitality chain. You have got people like Ola and Uber, who were really disrupting this entire transport industry. Then basically, mostly in the agriculture sector, we thought that there was not much disruption, though it was happening, but it was very, very slow on one side. But also, all the farmers or maybe people in the rural areas, they were basically buying more and more smartphones, right? So when we had this discussion with Dr. Pitoda, then we thought that can we leverage technology to help the farming community? So that's why this entire concept came of FarmX. So we thought that we try to create a marketplace for the farmer. So whatever farmer requires. For example, he requires a marketplace where he can sell his crop, like the one Dr. Panna mentioned during this COVID time. So we thought that can we basically help him to sell his crop so that he gets a better price as per his quality and on time payment. Can we do that? So that was one of the idea. Second was not only crop. Crop we started with crop, but basically we eventually got into something else like agriculture input. He requires good quality seed, fertilizer, pesticide. So that was another element, and also the equipments, rental, then different type of implements, agriculture land input. So I think multiple things he wanted in that entire concept. So we thought that let's create a marketplace for the farmer. That's why the entire FarmX journey started way back in 2018. So what I'm going to do is I've got a few slides. Maybe I'll try to cover that, and you can get to know about what exactly we're doing. And so if you can, I can see my screen. Can you see my screen here, Dr. Bandana? Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Yes, Subhas, it is.
Okay, thanks. So this is what I mean, FarmX, digital marketplace. We say that FarmX marketplace, digitalizing agriculture for the farmers. We all know this slide because there's a huge opportunity. Look at, the left-hand side of the food segment, the crops, fruits and vegetables, $100 billion. Staples like paddy, wheat, and cereal, $35 billion. Peas. On the right-hand side, you have got input like seeds, pesticide, fertilizer, around $10 billion. So there's a huge market opportunity for most of the agriculture inputs, right? But with this opportunity, we started with the crop, which that crop is the major pain point for the farmer, and he doesn't get a right price for his produce because in India, you go to and ask any farmer, what is the biggest problem you have? The first thing you will answer is, look, I don't get a good price. I don't get the right price, right? We thought that, okay, let's start with crop because that's the major pain point. Then eventually we get into input and implements and labor and so on and so forth. That's why we started with crop. Then we try to analyze what exactly is happening in crop. We said that the entire process is chaos because that's the produce. It doesn't get the right price. You get maybe 30-40% of what the consumer pay. There are a lot many consolidator and middleman in between. There is a consolidator village level. He has to borrow a lot of money, pay a lot of high interest. Yield is not up to the mark because it's 1/3 of the global average. Then he has to depend on the middleman, basically mandi. Then the process is there. So that a lot of chaos is there. And end of the day, there's entire dissatisfaction, right? So we thought that okay, there is a pain point here. And this I'm showing, we were talking. We have done for all the crops. For example, here in potato, for example, is a farmer. By the time he reaches the consumer, there's got multiple chain. Right? You have got a consolidator, there is a market level agent, there is a wholesaler, sub-wholesaler, retailer. Everybody basically they add to the price and value, and also the markup. So end of the day, whatever consumer pays, you and me pay for the potato. The poor farmer gets only 30-35% of the consumer price. Rest of the thing goes in the entire package. So then FarmX can be picture. We said that okay, let's try to reach that particular gap through the technology. The basic features are basically unified platform where we're trying to bring one side the farmer as well as the vendors. The other side you have got the buyers, bulk buyers, traders, hawkers. So basically we try to create a unified platform. Number one. Number two is a free marketplace, right? Without any game, we said look, that should be open and transparency. If the quality for the particular quality farmer is deserve to get 10 rupees, he should get the 10 rupees, right? That's why we wanted to create a free and marketplace so that there is a transparency, openness is there, and through convenience, then simplified because this should not be very complex. Because when you talk about technology, we try to ask the consumer or customer to maybe push so many buttons. I mean, the poor farmer is not very is not so knowledgeable. We try to make it very simple so that within maybe 4 to 5 buttons only, he can get whatever he wants, right? So we wanted to make it very simple and through robust technology. That's what I think what my colleague Sumit will cover in the next presentation. And we see we compare with the web as well as mobile. So the whole idea was to FarmX, can we create a prior as well as convenient markets? That was the whole idea. That's where FarmX started. So you have got so many marketplaces right now in the market, but how we are different? We are basically different in a couple of ways. But the asset-light model, we didn't want to get huge infrastructure like logistics and collection center, distribution center, and so many things, right? We wanted to make it very asset-light model. For example, suppose I'm sitting in Delhi now, I want to do some business in Rajmundry, for example, right? It's be much easier for me. No, I should not wait for 6 months or 10 months to set up my business in Rajmundry, right? It's very asset-light model. That is one of the uniqueness of FarmX. We try to do it. Second is the leverage rural entrepreneurship. I always believe that India is a country where we have got very innovative entrepreneurs, right? Because some people, when they try to do a job, they're basically very lazy sometimes. It's not true for everybody. But whenever you tell him to do something, then as an entrepreneur, they can really do miracles. And many of the entrepreneurship has happened also in the country. So we wanted to leverage there, the rural entrepreneurship through a model called franchisee or channel partner. That was another uniqueness. Third is we intend to provide end-to-end solution to the farmer. We of course started with crop, but crop is not the end game. We wanted to get into the other part of the chain like input and equipment, rental and all. So all those things as you move forward. And fourth is create this openness and transparency, right? Because that is where you can create the trust as well as mutual respect. For example, if you know that, okay, is a buyer sitting in Delhi, I mean, he knows that I'm sourcing this coconut from maybe from South India. So he should get the right price, right? Without any markup in the chain. So the whole idea was to, make it different from others. It is just like what Amazon is trying to do. Amazon, they don't get this inventory, but they try to bring this one side, the supplier as well as buyer, and try to connect both of them. So we just wanted to be, type of what Amazon is doing the urban sector. We wanted to create a similar model in the rural areas. That's what I mean. FarmX set up in that particular concept. So buy and sell agri-based product anytime and anywhere. That's what our slogan. This is basically operating model. How do you operate? So you have got three parts of the chain. One side is the farmer. In the middle we have got franchisee. Of course, I'll explain what exactly franchisee does and what exactly the deliverables by him. The third partner is called buyer or the channel partner, right? So the franchise is basically a local person. I mean, who has got good command over the farming community. He knows the farmer in that local area. He takes care of maybe 10 to 20 villages. He can be either agriculture input guy or a commission agent today, or maybe a farmer who has got very good network, or his son and daughter, right? Who are technology savvy. They can be franchise. So we said that, look, can we tie up with them? So we tied up with them. We identify the franchise in various crops like potato, onion, tomato, wherever crops are grown. We just went to that market and tried to identify those entrepreneurs, and we have entered into partnership model with them. Okay, because the most important thing is that the farmers, local farmers, they trust the local people more than somebody coming from Delhi or Bombay or something. So they are the franchisee. So their job is very simple. We don't expect them to invest hugely on the infrastructure. They just have to whatever app we have developed. We give a lot of training to this franchisee. So the franchise in turn gives the training to the villagers or to the farmers, right? And handhold them initially, okay? And they encourage the farmer to upload the crop as per the pricing and all, put everything. And he also plays a role in terms of selling this input, seeds and pesticide, fertilizer. He aggregates the demand from the farmer and give it to FarmX, and FarmX basically in turn organizes that. And end of the day, the farmers in the local village, they can come to the franchise location and get all those quality inputs. So that's what the job of the franchisee. Okay? And of course, for each and every transaction, he gets a percentage. For example, I mean, so there's a transaction fee of 2 to 3%. So 50% goes to franchisee, he makes money. Same time also something comes to FarmX. On the other side, we have got the buyer. We call them a channel partner. The buyers are basically bulk buyers. Basically, it can be the hawkers or traders, or it can be retailers like Reliance or Billa or Spencer, who needs basically huge quantities of this crop. So we also enter into partners with them. It's called a channel partner. So basically, this app gets that particular media system where the buyer sitting in wherever, any part of the country, he can see the crop, he can check the quality because of this pricing. I mean, all the videos and everything which you put, which my colleague Sumit will explain. and he can also know the price, what price this farmer is asking for, right? And same point of time, we also give this logistics facility. Okay, of course, I'll go to the next slide where I'll cover what exactly we're trying to do. So basically, sorry, here. So he checks the quality. Then maybe we ask the buyer whether the super logistics is concerned. Is he going to arrange his own logistics, or does he want the FarmX to arrange the logistics, right? Suppose buyer says, no, I don't know the logistics. You please arrange it for me. So we have got a logistics wing who basically comes to the picture. So the entire crop is sorting, grading, and all this happens. It is loaded to the truck. Whenever it is loaded, everything can be known by the buyer. You can see the video and also all details, what the truck number, with the driver number, and also when the truck is getting dispatched, it's moving from the franchise location, farmer location to the buyer. So every point of time, you'll get a notification. Yes, your truck has already reached at this place. The expected time of delivery is on this date and this time. So that the buyer can basically organize everything. He can organize the labor and all these things, so that it makes it much easier for him. And we also act as a payment gateway, because buyer doesn't know the seller doesn't know the buyer. So we are the in-between. We are the middleman, right? We are the basically facilitator. So the buyer makes the payment to FarmX, whatever as per the terms and conditions. And FarmX, based on our transaction fee, whatever little we charge, and give the balance money to the farmer. That's the simple way we operate that. So the franchisee here, he gets some percentage, as I mentioned earlier. So apart from crop, he also gets something on the input. For example, apart from the crop, the farmer requires good quality seeds and fertilizer, pesticide, then soil nutrients, implements. So for each and every transaction, the franchisee gets some cut, some percentage, and we try to create this pre-market the revenue from advertising. And at the end of the day, if franchisee is sitting in his village, we anticipate that, we expect that he should be 30, 40, 50,000 per month. Then it will be easier for him. So we try to just help him out so that he gets more and more money by selling multiple things. And also there is a land part is also there, because there is a huge opportunity here. There are a lot of land sale purchase happens. The leasing also happens. The big farmers, some middle farmers, or they give it on lease to these marginal farmers. So basically, for FarmX also, we try to facilitate that particular the transaction on land. So that's what we expect the franchise to do. In terms of the network we almost started with fruits and vegetables. We eventually got into staple crop, but almost all the fruits, vegetables are there. In the last 3 years, we have built up the network. You take, any crop you take, potato, onion, mango, apple, banana. We have almost 142 franchisee throughout the country, and we have got a coverage of around almost maybe 25 to 27,000 farmers for these crops. In terms of buyer, we have got almost 70 buyers and operating right now in 15 cities, and it is getting added every day, every month. We are getting more and more franchises are being added to the system, as well as more buyers. So, as Dr. Bandana mentioned, there is a lot of changes have happened in this post-COVID era. Look at all these cab aggregators. The business is down, manpower reduction is there. Look at food aggregator like Zomato and Swiggy. There again, business has also gone down almost 60-80%. But if you look at the food sector, agriculture sector, nothing is impacted. For example, it's just business as usual. We have rather pre-COVID, if you compare our business between pre-COVID and post-COVID, in the post-COVID era, business has gone up because we are a digital platform. So since the physical meeting is not happening, so to the buyer or the franchisee, they basically prefer this particular media to transact their crop. So I think we have seen that really good growth of business in the last couple of months. Just a few slides in the testimonial. He's a farmer in Anandpur, Andhra Pradesh. He was growing some muskmelon on 4 acres. He had a lot of this labor shortage during this COVID time, and trucks were not available. So he was not able to sell his produce to the mandi, and the market was closed. So he was not able to sell his crop. Then maybe our team got in touch with him, and we helped him to sell his muskmelon crop, and he has got almost 40 tons, which has already sold so far, and got around 1.6 lakhs. So that way we have provided this benefit to this farmer. This is one farmer in tribal belt in Kalahandi in Odisha. So this is a poor vegetable farmer. He grows around brinjal, cauliflower, chili, almost 2 acres. He has a similar problem. Then our team got in touch with him, and they helped him to sell his crop in Raipur and Calcutta. And there's comparison of what he was getting earlier and so what he's getting right now. We have seen that at least 10 to 15% improvement is there in the crop pricing, which through this adaptation of digital app, the farmers get this benefit. This is the testimonial of a franchisee. So he was an uneducated rural guy. He was basically trying for jobs. He didn't get through that since 2014. Then our team got in touch with him, and got in touch with him, and he said, "Look, it's a good concept," and he acted as a franchisee. So he has got a good network of around 300 farmers in his village. So after he joined us as a franchisee. He has done almost 24 lakhs of business, and he has got a profit of around 1.8 lakhs in the last 6, 7, or 8 months, and he has really given a good employment opportunity for him. This is a channel partner, a buyer, you can say, and he was a migrant laborer earlier. He was working in Chennai, and after COVID, he left his job and came back to his village, and he wanted to spend more time with the parents and family in the village. So he joined as a channel partner or maybe hacker. So our team basically connected him with the farmers, and he got these fresh vegetables and fruits, and he was selling in the market, and he got also good revenue as a source of income. And right now he doesn't feel like again going back to Chennai and do this labor job. So those are small benefits which are provided, and of course, as we go along, many such good stories where you are hearing that. So right now we have got more than 20,000 farmers, 200 franchisee, almost 15 cities. We are dealing with 57 different types of crops. For example, here if it's potato, you have to go potato. There are multiple types of potato. So we are doing all different variants of potato, different types of onions, and also the paddy, wheat, maize. So people are crop uploading that. So this is the whole concept. I think what I'll do is I'll request my colleague Sumit to take you through the entire app, the way we are trying to do it by next another 10 minutes, and then we'll open for questions and answers. Over to you, Sumit.
Yes, thank you, Subhas. And so let me share my screen first. Okay, so everybody can see my screen.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll start. So first of all, thank you to Agriculture Skill Council of India for giving me this opportunity to tell about FarmX and to represent FarmX from the technical point of view. So I'm very much thankful to everyone who has joined. So I am Sumit and working as a technical lead, so CTO for FarmX, and I am with FarmX since last 2.5 years since FarmX has started. So every bit and inch of its technology I have developed with my team starting from zero. So it was a great opportunity to work with FarmX, and we are doing great in technology platform. We have been recognized, by various organizations upon the design part, platform, ease of doing work, and different things. So I'll take you through the technology, like what challenges we faced, how we resolve them, what are our applications, how we make them, what is our team size, each and everything. So FarmX, so digitizing agriculture for farmers. So let me take it just a second. Okay, so what is change and disruption? So change, to improve is to change, as to be perfect is to change often. This is what is been given by Winston Churchill, and I believe change is the nature of nature. Continuous change, continuous improvements in everything is change, and we have to adapt it anyhow. And what is adaptable, which is easy to use, easy to believe, easy to learn, anything that gives easiness is basically a change. And the biggest change we have seen in the last 15 years is the disruption in society through IT, in society, in business, in any way we can say. IT is the thing, or technology is the thing that have taken leap far behind, far ahead of the time. Okay, now what is digitizing and what is technology? Digitizing is process of process of getting information, converting information into digital form, and then storing that information, and then process that information to reflect it back to the people, to the channel. So this is what technology does. So get information, process it, and pass it on again. Okay, so what are the changes and disruption we have seen as a major changes, in a small slide, I will say. So the way we connect, so we have now mobiles, we have Airtel, Geo calling companies who provide who bring this disruption into the system. Then we have changed the way we shop. We have Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra, different shopping websites. Then we this disruption has came in the payment system, the way we pay, okay, the way we message, WhatsApp, Instagram, the way we transport, Ola, Uber. So if all these changes are there in different segments, why not in agriculture? We haven't seen major impact in agriculture till now. So it should be in this way. The way you do agriculture or the way you purchase agriculture products. So here we have FarmX. So FarmX is something that we have introduced 3 years back, and through technology we want to scale it to every segment of the market. So what is the IT vision of 2020? Department of Agriculture and Corporation has formulated IT Vision 2020, which claim to be providing the information relating to agriculture sector. Like we should have blogs, we should have different information, how to do farming, what farmers should do at different point of time, what kind of agriculture thing should be done. Then what is the advisory, extension and advisory, how the thing should be done, or how information technology can help people to tell them what should be done and how it should be done. Okay, what tools shall be used, what input should be used, what kind of seed should be used. So every information is to be given to farmers through IT. So this is the basic vision of the government of India for agriculture. And what is the advantage of IT? So the advantage of IT is basically to scale the things. Whatever you buy it from the local market. So IT gave you advantage to buy it from the from anywhere, from any part of the world. So this is the advantage of IT. And in agriculture, the same advantage goes, like you can buy from any part of India or you can sell in any part of India. Why to be club to local mandis, local people, or some artias, or some uh, defined people. The generations are there who have worked in this way, but not now. The time has changed. So that is one thing. So timely information, better and spontaneous agriculture practices, we can inform them how to do the thing. Facility to trade online, the payment gateways directly while sitting at home, so no botheration of moving here and there. So this really helped us out in COVID time. All those companies who used to work remotely, they survived, and they have taken the leap ahead into the time. So what FarmX is doing? FarmX is basically dealing in two segments right now at this point of time. So think of an industry that is totally impacting farmers. So farmers, there's one stop for farmer. Everything farmers get at one place. He can sell his crop at one platform. He can sell his land at one platform. He can buy agriculture inputs from one platform. Okay, so he can buy or rent equipments in one platform. So one platform that provide him everything to do to do farming in this agriculture sector. So we have segmented into four major categories: crop, land, input, and equipments. And going further, we'll have furthermore. So right now, FarmX is working in the two segments, crop and land. And in crop, what we do, we allow selling of a product, and then buying of a agriculture product. In land, what we do, we allow farmer to lease their land. We allow any buyer to buy land, and then we allow anyone to sell agriculture land. So we deal in agriculture land. So these are two segments we are currently working in. So what challenges we face to reach up to here? So challenges, first of all, we are dealing in sector that is not that much tech savvy. So if you talk about farmers, they are not tech savvy. They don't want to work on the mobile. So they don't want to use laptops and each and everything, but they want information. That is the one definite thing. They want information. So we have to first convince them to get on board, to use application. Then we have to make the things so such a super easy way that they don't find it difficult. If they want any information, they just search it. They get all the information, notification in their own language. So we have make the applications multilingual. then training any farmer is really a difficult task. So easiness is one thing, or that we make in our application, so they can do it themselves. But we have deployed franchisees at different areas who teach them, who give them training. Okay. Then we have to change the ongoing system. On, as Subhash told, that in ongoing system there are different levels, and the share profit share is being divided into different people, different segments. So dealers, manufacturer, all different, you can traders, many mandis. So that we have to change, and we have to change the mindset of farmer to work in this way. So these are challenges that we have faced. And another challenge is quality. So quality of product can only be seen if anybody takes product in his hand, if he can see the real quality of any vegetable or any fruit, then only he is ready to buy. So how to use all images, videos, we have some set of images that we allow to upload in our website, the platform, that give clear insight of the product. Then we allow the videos give the product insight. So these are challenges, and we have resolved them. So what we did, before jumping into this sector, we analyzed the market and it's working, how it really working. So we analyzed in a mandi that when farmer bring his product, it there's a bidding process going on, everybody bids, and highest bid wins. Then we analyze what are the problems that are faced by farmers, what are the problems that are faced by buyers, or the people who purchase 2 or 3 tons, or directly, or 2 truckloads of any product. So what problems they face. Okay. When we contacted different mandi people, and we even hired few of them to tell us the exact process, how it work. Okay. And then we study the different platforms, how exactly Amazon work, Alibaba works, how B2B platforms work, so how big basket is working. So there are different competitors, we studied them, and then we make the app, and we make them website, everything is multilingual. We give them solution, we make it super easy. So now let's talk about the crop part. So in crop, we have 3 segments: farmer, buyer. Farmer doesn't know who has to buy, and buyer doesn't know from where to buy. So we in between, as a third segment, is a FarmX. So farmer connect with us. He just has to upload the crop into the application, and then crop information goes on cloud. That cloud, then buyer see all that information, and he tends to buy. So in all this between, FarmX plays a role. He provides facility for logistics. FarmX provides facility to for payment gateways. FarmX also provides facility to check up the quality, images, detail, each and everything as a super easy way. So this is what we do. So let's think of from farmer point of view. So we have kept only 2 steps for farmer. So we made it such a simple way that we have kept 2 steps for farmer. One, if he has to sell his product, just he has to upload the information of his crop. So how he will upload information? He will select one of the crop in which we are dealing. He will select how much quantity he want to sell, what price he's looking after, at what price he want to sell, what is the availability period of his product, and then he can upload certain images and videos, and from there we tend to get the quality of product. And he can write description, that is the optional part, that's not mandatory. And everything is in multilingual. He can do in any language. Like we are currently supporting 5 major languages, that is Hindi, English, Punjabi, Tamil, and upcoming languages are Bengali and Odia and Marathi as well. So he can upload in his local language, inform us about this. And as soon as he uploads the crop, it comes to us as a FarmX platform. We verify each and everything. As soon as we verify that, we approve that, and as soon as it is approved, it is available for buyer. So first step for farmer is just to upload the crop, nothing as such. Okay, it's a very simple form available in multilingual. So he just have to, now when we approve it, it is available for buyer. So buyer again have just 2 steps. One is he has to search crop in which that he want to buy. Even if he don't want to type, he can select from his directly from the home screen. Okay, he want to buy onion, so onion come on top, and whatever he buys on a daily basis, the onion come on top, he can select and he can go to the detail page. As soon as he see all the details of the crop, and if all the quality images, its description, from where it is coming, he can then put his bid over it. So there are many bids coming on particular product. So he can put his quantity, how much he want to buy, at what rate he is bidding. If suppose farmer is saying I want to sell it at 10,000 per quintal, he says okay, I'm ready to buy it even at 12,000. Okay, so he can bid upon it. The similar way that is working as an offline system in a current scenario in mandis, so we are bringing it online. So then we ask him what kind of logistics we want, just like Subhash mentioned. So we provide logistic as a two options for logistics. He can either self select the logistic that he will get it from farmers and by himself, or he can select FarmX to deliver at his doorstep. If he select FarmX, then he put his delivery address, and we give him the estimate time of date of arrival and distance, and then we give him the logistic charges, each and everything over there, and then we give him a payment breakdown. So one step he has to do is he has to bid upon a particular product that he is looking into the website or in the application. So we have both the functionality in both the platform, as well as mobile apps as well as our websites. So next step is how the process works. So process is, this is the second step of farmer. So as soon as farmer receives the bids, he see all the bid list. Okay, he has received, suppose in this image I can say farmer X has received a bid for his product papaya, which he want to sell at 2000, and his quality was A quality. A has certain definition. So he got a bid from Anaya Singh, and Anaya Singh at this particular time, and he want to purchase at 2000. Another Pradeep Singh who want to purchase at, he can accept and reject bid. So next step is just to accept or reject the bid that he is getting. So rejection is not an mandatory step, but acceptance is there. So he can see there are different bids coming up, and he can accept one, and whatever price is suited or quantity he suit, he can deliver directly, and he accept, and then uh, processing of transaction goes on. Then what happen as we have tie-ups with logistic partner. As soon as deal is confirmed by accepting the bid, uh, we message the location to our logistic partner who are already registered with us. They pick up, then we track them. So how we track them? Through our tracking app. So we have also developed an application. So this is our second application, that is tracking application, which is given to our logistic partners. They then as soon as they got a message on their mobile, they download the app, they start their trip, and they pick up the material, and they deliver the material to the buyers, and we can track them at any point of time. Suppose a product is going from Orissa to Tamil Nadu, okay, from Kalahandi to Chennai, we can say. Then as soon as the transaction happen come into place, uh, transporter receives the SMS, and he just start his journey, and he pick up and he then deliver it. So this is the basic process that is going on, and there are different challenges we are facing, like the quality issue and then transition loss. So when we deliver, suppose 5 ton of any product, then transition loss happens. It out of, we can say there are 5-10 quintal of product that is lost, or water loss happen during the transportation. So there are many challenges, and we are tackling it through different processes. So I have told you the basic step how it is working. Now I'll show you a video that will give you quick glimpse how the things are working in our system. So there is a farmer who is rising early, doing farming, growing tomato uh, in his farms, but he's still sad. He's working really hard. He come and sit, and he's very tensed about it. Then a friend of him come.
Sumit, I guess there is no audio.
Video?
No, at least I cannot hear. I don't know about others. Dr.
Okay.
Madana, can you hear? Or you can move to the next part. It's not.
Okay. Okay. It's just this that there are two comparison of two farmers, and one comes and say him that I am using FarmX application, and then so it's just a very quick, sir. I'll play it.
Sumit, if we can quickly go ahead,
Okay,
so that we may have time for the some
okay.
queries and the
So,
discussions
yes.
also.
So okay. So next thing is three segment for the land again. So farmer, then he uploads his land information to FarmX, and then the buyer comes and he show interest in that. So again, its form is very simple, just 7 steps he has to go. Then we show the detail, and this is buyer part. He show interest, and then appointment is booked. Then he can go and visit. So there are these two segments we have developed, and then our upcoming segments are inputs and equipments. In inputs, we will allow farmers to purchase farm inputs on our platform, and in equipments we will allow a farmer to sell his equipment, or to allow a farmer to buy equipment, to rent equipment from anyone. So these are upcoming segment, and the innovation that we are putting into it in our system is predicting prices. So we want to predict how a crop will work after 15 years, what can be the prices, 15 days, what can be the prices of particular product. So predict quality of farming product. So we have images, we will want to predict its quality, then predict quality of soil. So these are certain innovation that we are putting in a near future in our platform. And then what is the future of agriculture from the technology perspective? I would say that there are many companies or organizations who are working in this sector, and government is also very much focused. So some company is working upon quality, somebody is working upon supply chain, somebody is working in prices, logistics, farmer data. So at some point of time, everybody has to club, and so that the new thing that will come into the system is the blockchain. So joining each and every scenario, quality, prices, logistics, farming data, farmers data, prices, supply chain, joining each and everything, they can have blockchain, and the farmer can easily work on any system. Just like any telecaller system, you can switch to Geo, to Airtel. So farmer can switch. Then automated system are there, digitizing payments are there. So these are certain future of agriculture that will be coming in near future, and by 5-7 years you will see major disruption or amendments into the agriculture sector through technology. So this is how our platform is working, how IT is going ahead in the agriculture sector, how government is focused into it, and how things can happen. So this is all from my side, and we are very much open to the questions.
Thanks, Sumit. I think, ma'am, we can now ask for immediate questions so that we can answer it, and whatever limited time we have left.
Yes. Okay, Suhas and Sumit, a very comprehensive knowledge about your platform, very well covered. So just quickly wrapping up what we have just had insights from your slides and from your things. But we have got it that you quickly, what you have covered is that what challenges is being faced in terms of by farmer, in terms of price volatility, what is the hidden charges it is facing, and what are the challenges in the supply chain also. And not only this, the pain points, it is not only of the farmer which was you have raised, the pain points of the trader also, who has to also look for the quality produce, from where to buy. And then even the street vendor also, like the street vendor who has to go to the mandi, and then he has to take care of the various products from from where to buy, to which price to buy. So he also wants that at a particular point of time, he must have some person, or he must have some platform where he could have the particular crop with him, so that he may buy at his doorstep itself. So he need not to spend more hours into them. Then you also touched upon the how these platforms work, where it is a very free facility to the farming community, and not only they can communicate for their selling of their produce, but yes, for the various farm income, a totally an integrated approach and the package which I see is in your FarmX platform. It is a good initiative for providing a unified platform with all tech-backed free market. Congratulations to you. Purely, I'm looking completely a win-win situation, and specifically for the franchise model which you have shared, where I think big companies, they sometimes fail, where the small village level producers are there, that where to sell. So that franchise model, it is a good pickup from your end, and there are various upselling channels you have discussed upon. And then Sumit also touched upon the digitization technology, how the farmer can register, login, and the other vendors also, traders and the buyers also. And the revenue, although the revenue part, how you generate, it needs to be more elaborated to know how it goes on from the farmer point of view, and how you earn the revenues from this particular point. So thank you for this. And now I think quickly we have some questions we'll take. We have one query that if you can highlight some challenges if you have faced by FarmX during COVID. So how do you ensure your supply chain efficiency in COVID? I think Subhas has answered, but if you can just elaborate it.
No, I think that's a good question, and a very pertinent question, and really faced a lot of challenges during the peak COVID time when most of the cities were lockdown was there. The whole idea was there is no trucks are not available. End of the day, we have the buyer, we have the seller. There is the intention to do this transaction, but unfortunately, there is no media to transact it, right? So few days, I mean, we didn't have anything, but fortunately that time the Kisan Rail thing came, and we sometimes took advantage of the Kisan Rail. Sometime also the of course price was not operating, but again the prices are very high. For example, whatever trucks we're getting, their basically price was skyrocketing, and but yes, still I think buyers are ready to pay the price, because someday the potato onion price went up to maybe 50 rupees, 40 rupees like that. So there was a challenge in between, but I think once it is down, I mean, then maybe we took advantage of that, and that was only for a few days. I can say the challenge was massive because trucks are not available. So. But yeah, this is what happened, and we are not prepared. I mean, we didn't know that COVID can impact so much where trucks will not be available at all. So, but yeah, we just solved it. There's a question: which state are you functioning now? I mentioned that in my structure, almost all the crops. You talk about potato, you are in EP. You talk about onion, we are in Maharashtra. You talk about tomato, I mean, most of the places. Mango, just mango season left. We are in Andhra Pradesh, we are in EP, we are in Maharashtra. Almost all the crops right now. Apple season is coming. We'll be in Himachal Pradesh and Jammu Kashmir. So you take any crop, we are there. And so far as cities are concerned, we are operating almost in 15 cities, south, east, north, and west. We have started covering the tier 1 cities, but intention is to move into tier 2 and tier 3 cities as soon as possible. And as I mentioned earlier, it is very easy for us to move to that, because we don't set up collection center, distribution center, nothing like that. So right now we are operating in 15 cities.
So there is another question, you have been dealing with crops. So whether you are also touched upon the floriculture sector also.
We really intend to do that. Actually, when we started with the crop, just saw the massive challenge in terms of quality, right? And the quality means different people to different people. So we tried to first solve that, and we have massive challenges on that. More or less, I think last 2.5 years, we have been able to reasonably, I can say, address the quality issue. Floriculture, again, it is a very delicate crop, and that needs to be handled very differently and carefully. So yes, we'll be very keen, because that is a part of our pipeline. Next, we'll have to get into floriculture, then fishery, and all the perishable items, right? We want to do that, and but yeah, that is already in the plan. How are you involving farmers from rural areas? We mentioned that the concept of franchising. I touched upon it in my presentation. That is a really very innovative concept. And as Dr. Bandana said, look, suppose I'm sitting in Delhi, I go to some village in Maharashtra, they said, I don't know who you are, right? We basically take advantage of this franchise network, who is a local farmer, progressive farmer, and he has got good command over the farming community, the farmers, and take advantage of that. So that is the way we try to bring more and more farmers from rural areas. That's why you have got more than 25,000 farmers in the system right now. Okay, are you working in Bihar? Just now we started in Bihar. Bihar, basically we sold a lot of lychee from Muzaffarpur to Delhi and to Mumbai, to Calcutta, and Bhubaneswar also we did that. And in Gulabad, we have done a lot of transactions in maize, paddy and maize, we are doing that in Bihar. Okay, is FarmX encouraging for organic farming? It is then what price they are selling in the market? Are they getting better price or better guidance? Sir, we have not started in organic farming. Okay, that is the intention also to get into organic farming at some point of time. But yes, we have not yet done it. But a few farmers, they have approached us. But I think again the quantities are very, very small. So if there is a good opportunity and good quantities there, then certainly we'll be keen to tie up with those farmers in that area and try to connect them with the buyer.
So Suhas, there is a question from my end also, like how much quantity, is there a limit for the quantity you are going to purchase from the farmer for your products? Yeah.
Good question. We started with B2B, we went out to B2B, then we talk about your truckload, right? Truckload means, sometimes potato onion is a 20 tons, 25 tons like that. So you may get it from one farmer, sometimes you don't get it from one farmer. That's why the franchisee, aggregates that. For example, suppose it's not available from one farmer, he basically talks to 5 or 10 different farmers and aggregates that and try to make it one particular truckload, and we transact that. That is basically for potato, onion, apple type of thing. But if you go to vegetable like say cauliflower, tomatoes, sometimes we deal in 2.5 tons, 3 tons like that. But then that is a geography is different. For example, it's not possible to send tomato from say Panipat to Chennai. Not possible, right? So by the time everything will go west. So it all depends on the commodities where the truck size varies. So sometimes 2.5, but we don't deal with 50 kilo, 100 kilo, because we are not into B2C. We are actually B2B or B2B products. That's why we are doing it.
Yes, Subhas, you can also put on your details on the website so that we may share on the chat box. We may share with all the participants here so that if they want, they can connect to you. Yeah. So any more questions? There is one more question quickly we will take up. One question is that how do you manage logistics cost?
Okay, how to manage the logistics question? I think what we do is
especially in case of agri input sales specifically, they have asked.
Input, we are yet to start input. We are already into crop, so I will talk about crop logistics. What we try to do, as Sumit mentioned, we give the option to the buyer. Either he can choose his own logistics. He said, look, fine. I mean, I have got a truck, so you give me the potato from Agra. I'm ready to transport it. Right? We don't. Get no bother about it. Suppose farmer buyer says, no, I don't know anything about that particular location. You have to help me in terms of logistics. So you have got logistic partner in that area. We have already an agreement. We negotiate the terms and conditions, logistic prices, and that is basically, that is known. Like what Sumit mentioned, that if he chooses FarmX, then he has to give a location, the delivery address. So based on the pin code, because from the sourcing location to the distance location, okay, there is a pin code is already there. Based on that, the prices are all automatically calculated, right? And that is added to the crop price. So suppose I'm a buyer sitting in Hyderabad. If I want to buy a potato from maybe say Agra, then it will tell me your potato price is 10 rupees and your logistics cost is at 2 rupees, and the FarmX transaction fee is maybe 2%, 3%, because you are giving a service, right? So your total landing price is 12.5 rupees. That's what it is. It's very, very transparent. We keep everything open, right? He can always check and check this figure, logistic figure. If he gets there lesser than 2 rupees, first okay, we can take it. If he gets at 2 rupees 50 paisa, he rather chooses FarmX to take care of the logistics than doing it himself. So that's what you do.
Yeah, thank you, Subhas. Thank you so much. And we have some more questions that you can put on, and we would be sharing with the FarmX further answers, and then we would be sharing with the participants also. So like franchise and other ownerships and other stuffs, I think you have the number of Subhas. I think you can directly contact him, and then I think it would be facilitated. Thank you so much for such kind of the very informative session, Mr. Subhas and Sumit. I think everybody has learned from this particular section of the digital divide, how actually you people are working on this particular section. So I am very much thankful for all the participants who have given their time, and we would also be aligning the webinars for the all intellectual discussions and for all the further deliberations. So keep on joining us for the next webinars. And I would also like to give a vote of thanks to especially to the speakers, to Mr. Subhash and Sumit, besides all the participants. And also I would also like to give special thanks to our CEO, Dr. Stendra Singh Arya, because he has continuously motivated us, and he has completely guided us for continuing the webinar series for this 75 days of 75th independence of our country. So we are very thankful to him. And special thanks are also due to Miss Ekta Singh, who is the main task force behind all these organization of this webinar series. So thank you, Ekta, and all thank you all the ASCI colleagues for this all organization and collaboration of this webinar so successfully. Thank you one and all, and look forward to all of you for our upcoming series. Thank you so much.
Everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And thanks everyone.